boatloads of free shoes, clothes, free rice, you know what I mean, to certain countries, free food, water, bread. But all in all, what it's doing is literally destroying those countries that the aid is going to, because what they're providing them with, that country that they're being provided with all those things that they're being given, they're not, since it's being brought in free, they're not able in return to start up businesses on themselves to do better for their own country. Meaning, if you get boatloads of rice in your country, and a man in his own country that has a rice business, a farm, how can he grow? How can he help his fellow man and grow himself as a business and his country? He can't, because you're gonna buy the rice that's for free, get the rice for free rather than get what you have to buy. So these NGOs, whatever have you, and it's just not rice. It's all, it could be like anything. Anything that's in demand, these NGOs will provide, and what they're providing will bring down that country, because they can't do any business, because they're competing with free stuff.
They call those agricultural subsidies. Well, let's give them bananas, even though they grow bananas already. Because if they sold their own bananas, they can make money for themselves and make money for their state or country. Well, let's give it to them to knock them off. So nobody got a buy? That's what they do. They give the whole country a bunch of a particular crop, a particular grain. So for all the workers, they can look at people that can grow it themselves. They can grow it themselves. But say, no, let's just overwhelm them with stuff from us. So they work, man. Also,
what is that? Pretty much killing the competition.
Killing the competition?
It's capitalism.
That's right. That's right.
It's fucking capitalism.
It's sneaky way. Sneaky, man. Sneaky way.
Well, they do that out there in Haiti.
Yeah. If you had, Matt, that's where I was getting that point from. If you go to Netflix, there's a documentary called Poverty Inc. It's a good documentary, man, and it just talks about NGOs and how their wolves in sheep's clothing try to portray something to help people, or help countries, but it really destroys countries, man. And that's wicked as hell, man, because it just keeps keeps these countries down, and they keep getting worse and worse. A lot of people die, suffer, people commit suicide, man. So it ain't nothing light, man. That's demonic. That's devilish, man. You're supposed to be helping these countries, not to make them totally dependent 24/7. How you trying to help somebody when you're constantly trying to,
You know what that is, brother? That's exactly what the scriptures call the oppressor.
That's right.
The oppressor. So-called white man, he is the oppressor.
Yes, scripture on that.
And when you wonder why these nations are all poor, they don't tell you that that's actually happening. And that's these little things we're talking about right now is the reason why Esau is that serpent. That tongue. Because you gotta be like a serpent to think of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And not only that, since you don't know that that's actually happening behind the scenes why they're so poor, you assume that's the reason why they're poor, because why all niggas are poor. Because niggas got no work ethic and they're lazy. But it's really him fucking shit up. Check this out. John 10:10, St. John 10:10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
That's what the so-called white man's done. All right, his whole track record. That's what he's shown. Throughout the whole world. He comes to steal and to kill. All right, he steals everything. He steals your resources, and he comes to kill. Starts a proxy war. Sets up a puppet leader. Then he takes all your stuff. And then he puts a central bank there. And now you're totally dependent on him. But really, the Most High, he gave you that land for your inheritance.
Oh, that's not.
Right. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am coming that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly.
When Yahushua comes back, we're going to have life abundantly. Because this earth and everything in it is for the Israelites, all right? Yahushua is coming back to set up his kingdom, and Lord willing, we be a part of the elect. We're going to be joint heirs with him. So everything is created for our sake.
Right.
I had a quick one. Brother mentioned oppressed. He said something about the oppressor, which is Esau. I got this. It's in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31, it says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." All right. I'll read it again. Envy thou not the oppressor, which is obviously who. If it says envy not the oppressor, who is the oppressor in this society? You gotta look around. If you do process of elimination, it ain't the so-called blacks, obviously. Who are the so-called blacks oppressors? Nobody, man. Except each other on small levels, but not really. Who is oppressing people on earth in a big way? So-called white man. And who's being oppressed the worst? It's a 12 tribes of Israel. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The most oppressed people on planet Earth. So it says, envy thou not the oppressor, which is Esau, and choose none of his ways. What are his ways? Homosexuality, right? Not to be, if he's the oppressor and he upholds homosexuality, you're not supposed to follow in that way. What else does the oppressor uphold? Or what else are the oppressor's ways? All right, worshiping any god under the sun, worshiping idols. That's part of the oppressor's way. A bunch of philosophies or wine, a bunch of different doctrines, and basically anything against the truth of the Bible, man, or against the truth of the Most High, Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. Do not envy that man, all right? Which is the devil, the so-called white man.
That's Esau right there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and the one on the right too. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
I got a scripture real quick. Isaiah 3, verse 12. It says, "As for my people," the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, "children are their oppressors." Because when we go to Job, right? Job said, "Those that are younger than I have me in derision." So, who came out of Isaac? Jacob and Esau, right? Now, Esau holds the mark of Cain, all right? Which Esau was supposed to be the firstborn, but spiritually they came out of so-called black people, all right? Isaac and Rebecca. So the children that are oppressors is the so-called white man, and women rule over them. All right, the so-called white man has allowed the woman to actually rule over the man. All right, in this rulership, in this kingdom. "O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path." So the main point was, as for my people, children are their oppressors, man. And this devil needs to be put in his place, man. All right, he needs to be put down.
Like a dog.
Right.
Yeah. No.
He was mentioning choosing not the oppressor's ways. The so-called white man, the Edomites, they're heathens. We're not supposed to be like them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the heathens.
Yeah, quick precept. Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. All right, we're not supposed to learn their ways. We're not supposed to act like them. All right, you see how people, they be dyeing their hair blonde, dressing like them, talking like them. They want to be like their oppressors. Deuteronomy 7:6, we were made to be better than them. All right, we're above them. That's why we have the law, statutes, and commandments. It was given unto us to make us a holy people, a separate people, above all nations. And then it says, "And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." That's what the heathens do.
Good. And when you say that, that's a beautiful point, brother, because it said, "Envy not the oppressor," and you mentioned being like Esau, Edomites, and that's what the whole society, that's what Israel, they're under that false reality to think that what they're supposed to be is be like the so-called white man in their families. Like what everybody work for. They work for what? Getting a big house, a white picket fence with a dog named Rufus or something, right? And with a Mustang in the driveway. That's what the black people or Israelites, they try to be. Their ultimate goal is to get a big house with a dog, wife and kids, But that's not our customs, man. A man of the Lord is supposed to have many wives, we're not supposed to be modeling ways after the so-called white man. We have our own customs, our own civil laws and statutes that we carry with ourselves and our family. You know, you got people of our tribe trying to talk like the so-called white man, be like them, carry themselves like him. They take on his whole philosophy, you know. So you know that's right. That's right.
Well, one more point. Yeah, they think the way of life is living according, Western civilization.
Yeah.
You know, when the house shot comes back, and the law is gonna be the whole world is gonna be living under the law, statutes, and commandments. And one of those things, like the brother brought up, polygamy, which really shouldn't even, shouldn't have a name like that. It should just be natural.
It's natural, yeah. There's no name. It's a natural thing. It's a natural act.
That's the bad thing, but a man doesn't know another man's right.
Yeah.
I got something. This book of Isaiah. Wait 1 second. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 21. 20, I think. Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil.
Woe to them that call evil good and good evil. That's what the so-called white man does, all right? The biblical Edomites. And what's one of those things? Homosexuality. All right, you can't create life with 2 men and 2 women. All right, the Heavenly Father in His creation, He's perfect. All right, man and woman getting together. All right, a woman please our man. A woman's box. The pleasure pleasing a man. All right.
Woe to them that call evil good and good evil.
Yeah, that's what the so-called white man does. All right. Everything that's evil, he says is good. He turns everything upside down.
Yeah. 2 men with each other, 2 with each other. That's evil.